Okay. I want to talk about something. I can't find. Yeah, my hair is fucking crazy. I know. For years, I had real long hair, and me and Kim talked about it, and I said, "Man, I'm gonna grow it out again, just for the hell of it." So that's what I'm doing until I get sick of it. So anyway, I can't find a marker, but this video, obviously, you can tell by the titles, Metaphysics and the Metaverse and Metaphysics. Yeah, when I seen this thing, I was like, "Oh hell yeah, this is the opening I need," because I'm always about trying to create these little not analogies, but these, what the hell do you call them when, I forget. But anyway, like try to paint a picture of something else with something else. So that's what I want to do. I want to talk about metaphysics in a layman's term sense, instead of going into, the deep, esoteric Eastern parts of it, or the Pythagorean Western parts of it, or just, any of it, any part of the deep part of the shit, where it gets deep. I get questions asked all the time. People always want to know, why are we here? What are we doing? What's going on? How, is there a God? And a lot of these questions, nobody can, you're not going to be able to have a guy who's just going to, if you do, he's full of shit. I'm just going to, I ain't going to front. This whole process is all of us trying to figure this out together. But anyway, I'm going to tell you how this, kind of use an analogy. I think analogy is the word I'm looking for. But anyway, so Metaverse, you're going to immerse, you're going to take this mask, you're going to put, I don't know the whole thing because I'm really not into Facebook. I barely get on there. But I've got bits and pieces from like that Russell Brand and some other people talk a little bit about it. So I kind of know what's going on with it. And I got the idea that you're just basically going to become immersed into another world. So this is perfect for me to start in with the way I wanted to explain this. Let's back up for a second. Let's just back up. Man, I wish I had my drawing board. But anyway, imagine yourself, and I like to use this analogy. I'm stealing this from a cat named Ken Wheeler. He likes to use a radio, as the analogy. And he likes to say, you are not the radio. This is your corporeal. This is us, the flesh suit. We are the signal that comes into this radio. That the original signal, that's what we are, okay? Like the metaverse, we are of another dimension, getting ready to immerse into a game, so-called game. When we go into this game, though, this game that we're going into, we're going to kind of forget. We're going to forget who we really are. And the way we forget, we really don't forget. It's more of our signal gets covered up. The signal, this original signal, who we are, gets covered up. The bad thing about this radio, it comes with, not only can you get the signal here from the antenna, which would be the collective, which would be your subconscious, which would be your higher self. That's the signal. This thing has eyes, ears, nose, mouth. This dude tastes and feels, okay? So, you as a child, you know who you are, right? You're fucking Superman. You're the Cowboys and Indians guy. You're the dude winning the war, or rushing the, whatever you're doing. In your mind, this shit's going on. It's real. You're doing it. And you're closer to reality. Like, let's say, the guy who's playing Metaverse, and his old lady or somebody's yelling at him, the kids are screaming something where he has to, stay in the two different worlds. You know what I mean? He's trying to immerse into the game, but he's also in the reality, right? Okay, so let me get to this. So as time goes on, you know who you are. You're Superman, capable of leaping tall buildings in a single bound. You know what you are. You know you're invincible. You know you're powerful. You know you're a creator. Intuitively, you don't understand all of it yet because you're just a kid and you don't have the vocabulary, the verbiage to go with it. But intuitively, you know that you can be magical. You know this. You know what I mean? So anyway, anyway. You know who you are, but you have these ears, eyes, and this dad and this mom, these people that are feeding you and teaching you and showing you things. They tell you, well, you are Billy, Bob, Sue, Joe, John. You are a boy. You're a girl. You're tall. You're short. You're fat. You're skinny. You're smart. You're fast. You're slow. You go from being this sort of like a ray of light that, the frequency that you're on is closer to light than it is to material or matter. You go from being that light to the matter. Your frequency lowers to where you become more into this corporeal, I believe it's corporeal is what they use, corporeal life, this body, this meat suit, right? Well, in this meat suit, not only do you have people telling you who you are, what you are, then you got maybe whoever making fun of you or lifting you up, whatever the case is. They're defining you, and you're buying into it because you get further away from the signal. You get further away from your signal, and you immerse more into the material, into the lower frequency flesh suit, to this shit, right? And you start to buy into it. Well, as you start to buy into it, they start to tell you there's a game. Where's a game we're playing? They don't tell you it's metaphysics. They don't tell you that it's everything and that everything is everything. They don't tell you that. They just tell you the constraints of the game, the rules of the game, the paradigm of the game, the matrix of this game that somebody has created that you're now immersed in. It's not your game anymore. You're in somebody else's game. The creatures in this game, it's somebody else's game. Everything in this game is somebody else's game. It's kind of getting away from you. Well, all of the other people that are coming into this game, the other radios that are coming in, they're leaving their signal. And even though we all have this collective and we all think alike and we all connect to each other, when we all start to buy into the game, that's what we all believe. And we all, as a collective, buy into this game, to this fucking paradigm, right? So the shit's breaking right now. The game is breaking. The game is like, there was never a purpose for it except for the points leaders to get more points from you playing the game. You know what I mean? There was never ever a true purpose, so you're getting away from your true purpose, which nobody can tell you what that is yet. We've gotten so far away from it that we could only guess and speculate. We have individuals who will go up and get a taste and a touch. They'll go up and just almost touch God and come back weeping and crying on their knees and telling you the beauty. I've done it. That's why I'm here. That's what I'm supposed to do. I've been beating myself in the head. What am I supposed to be doing? I thought I was supposed to be teaching, but I don't think that's what. I think I'm supposed to just tell you my experience. I don't know what, but anyway, this is what here I am. So what the fuck? Who cares? Anyway, so you've got this outside people telling you who you are, what you are, how you are. Now after you learn that, then you learn there's a game and there's these rules. Then you learn in this game you're going to be programmed. You're going to go to this place for 8 hours. You have to be there on time. The bell will ring, tells you to go over here. The bell rings. You go here when the bell rings. You know, ding, ding, ding. You go here, ding, ding, ding. You go there. You do what you're told. You wear the attire they tell you. You take the bus or whatever. You start to follow these guidelines, these rules, and you become, okay, now, you have freedom of choice. And you're going to be thrown these things that are called greed, lust, loyalty, these certain characteristics or characters of this. Well, basically is your archetype. Because as you get away from this corporeal self and you go into your higher self, it's said there's a archetype. When you change, like what you're going through now, if you're going through an awakening, what you're doing is transmuting. You're alchemically changing. And when you change all the way as a person, the archetype will change. When the archetype changes, your life will take a different direction. But anyway, something else. So in this game, I just want to get back to this metaverse thing, and I want to get back to the radio thing for a second. Because I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like making this video right now, dude. And that's how I want to make my videos. I want them to come at me like this. So, here we are in this game, immersed. We have forgotten who we are. We have forgotten we got on the goggles. We have forgotten we are going, you know, with these 5 senses of the game. We've put these on. It's confused us. We're, you know, if we was to take all this off, we'd be in a whole other dimension, a whole other place. And this is another thing I wanted to get to. When I talked about the loop, the conscious loop. You know, the information, you'll see, there should just be information that everybody agrees on. There shouldn't be this big, giant, where they're trying to impose this and the people are against this and you have people revolting. And there should be one general, just intelligent idea that everybody agrees with, because intelligence is common sense and, you know, common sense and logic are common sense and logic. It's like, you can figure shit out. You know what I mean? You can figure shit out. This idea that it's, oh, you know, these political people and these, no, it's the news is creating a loop. They're all doing it on every side. Everybody's all together. This whole entire, you're either rich or you're poor. That's the only two groups there are: rich, poor, rich, poor. And when I say poor, I'm talking about people who make under 100,000, 80,000. I don't know, but trust me, the cats that are running the shit, the cats. We ain't in, I don't think I'm in that group. I mean, I don't think really any of you are, because I don't think people in that group watch YouTube. I seriously don't. But, well, that's my point. I'll get there. You know, if you was to take the mask off, if you was to not be caught in the loop, let's say, like, you know, you're in the game. We're in Metaverse. We're playing this game. Okay? Just like this game here on Earth, it's going to be the same way. First off, you're going to go in here. This is what's funny. People won't do it on this planet. People will not create a beautiful existence for themselves. But when they go to this Metaverse, watch, they're going to create this Metaverse, whatever it is. They're going to create this beautiful, luscious, beautiful animals, beautiful flowers, beautiful tree. You know, like they give a fuck. You know what I mean? When they don't give a shit out here, when you're breathing and you can't breathe and you're watching sludge and smudge, and you know what I mean? So, humans. But, so, in this game, like the game that we're in, you're going to have to build up points, rubles probably. You'll go around and collect gold. You'll, you know, just like the Pac-Man goes and eats, whatever it is, you go Tempest, whatever game you're in, you're to destroy something, or you're to eat something, you're to collect something, gain something. I think I seen something where it said you can buy land on this thing. So that'll be the first thing. People will go in there and they'll buy land in Metaverse. It'll cost to come on there. It'll cost you to buy land. It'll be something like Bitcoin. It's going to be fucking stupid. It's going to be just another dimension of slavery, of people trying to collect coins so that somebody at the top can get all the rubles. It's the same game, man. We're playing the same game, right? So that's all I wanted to come on here and say, because I know somebody's going to talk about that. And metaphysics is the same way. It takes metaphysics revolves around consciousness. Without consciousness, there is no metaphysics. Without consciousness, really nothing exists. I mean, it's the hinge. I mean, it's the people who are free and who all agree to play a game, immerse consciously. It's one of those things, I think, that if you could wrap your mind around what's going on with it, you could see what's going on with us here and now. You can see what part you play in your reality and how, and that's what I wanted to get at, and I never did get at. But the news keeps perpetuating these same talking points, these same words. They keep using this same shit over and over and agitating. And what happens is even if you're not talking about it, you're thinking about it. You'll see people, that's all they talk. I can't stand it, dude, because me and Kim, we don't talk about it. I don't talk about the shit. It doesn't exist in our world. Even though I've got it a couple times, it don't exist. I don't care. I'm not, whatever, it's the flu. That's just how it's going to be for me. If I die, I die. If whatever, that's whatever. But, they want to create this. Let's say you're playing Metaverse. And let's say that they create this, like, let's say that there really is Bitcoin. Let's say that there really is wealth in this thing, because there will be. Somehow there's going to be some kind of wealth generator, or this dude wouldn't be even pissing with it. So we know that there's going to be something involved that has to do with wealth, and it's going to trickle to him, the Zuckerberg, or whoever, where the buck stops. Probably several people. And let's say you got locked into this, and the only way they can keep you locked into this, is, you ever seen that Monsters, Inc., where the kids laugh and they create this energy or they scare the shit out of them. They use the monsters to scare them. But what they don't find out is that if they had laughter, if they use the laughter, they get 10 times more power out of them, right? But they can't control and harness laughter like they can control and harness fear. So it's kind of like the Monsters, Inc. thing. So let's say you're locked into that metaverse. Let's say you're locked in, you're fully immersed, man. You got your goggles on, and then they've got you pissed. You're so pissed and involved in this game, and everybody else is too, and you're all collectively keeping each other in this pissed off whatever mode, but you still create these coins, you still create this gold, you're still mining this gold, still playing this game, you're still in this game, instead of taking it off and just remembering who the fuck you are and getting it back away from you. You know what I mean? That's why they're doing what they're doing. That's why they're doing what they're doing. It's if you can control the collective, dude, you could control the planet, you can control the power source, you can control the gold. It's the minute we take the mask off, the minute we quit playing the game is over. It's game over, dude. And that's the thing about the awakening. That's why they put the pedal to the metal, or at least it seems like to me, or it looks like that way if you used to look from the outside looking in. It looks like there was this mass awakening going on, and all this collective, this positive energy, and this new momentum going in this positive direction. And I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but maybe there's deeper powers to be that aren't just these guys that are controlling things. Maybe there's bigger powers that be that are pushing back, and that's their way of pushing back, you know what I mean, or whatever. But it feels like it's a push back. To me, it felt like a push back. I feel like there was this momentum going. I feel like there was this pushback, and then the I've grown up in a real violent, and you know, violence is like was always my first choice to handle things. And when this shit started going down, man, my mindset wasn't peace, love, and light and all that. And I ain't gonna come on here and bullshit you and act like everything's rosy and, you know, peace, love, and light. And I'm not gonna come on here and say, hey, motherfucker, let's burn some shit. You know what I mean? So I had to find a balance. I had to find a way that I could help positively, or come back on here and start talking in a positive way, but yet, I don't know. Because although, you know, you guys know I'm about love and light, you can go back and watch my videos. I love you, you know I do. But I'm not the type of dude to lay down either, so I don't know what's going down. I don't know where things are going to go, and I don't want to talk about it right now. I just wanted to come on here, drop this video after the other video, and then I got another video. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get back on this. I still haven't figured out how to do the PayPals and all that kind of crap, but I'm hoping that somebody's going to help me, or I'll figure it out as we go. But right now I just want to make some videos. I'm feeling it again. I'm all like, I don't know if you can tell, I'm all shaky and nervous because I'm so excited. And that's what I want to be. That's how I used to be. You know, I'd have these insights, you know, or some kind of something. And then back then I had no idea what was going on. Now, from a whole bunch of other different perspectives, I kind of have an idea of a lot of things that's been going on with me. So, you know, I've kind of immersed myself into a lot of esoteric knowledge, a lot of metaphysics, a lot of philosophy, just a lot of things, man, a lot of things. And hopefully I can make more sense when I talk, and I'll be able to, you know, and I think it had to happen this way. With me, the shit had to happen to me, and then I had to go figure out why it happened to me. Because I think with a lot of people and a lot of these channels, they just start down this cool path, start burning incense and get crystals, and they start, you know, oh, cool, man, oh, cool, you know, whatever, da-da-da-da. That ain't how it happened with me, man. I ain't, you know, I wasn't, you know, I ain't into the fucking flute music and and I didn't do that. I mean, I do a little bit now, but I wasn't doing that shit. I wasn't, you know, I got immersed, thrown into this, and ever since been trying to figure out why. And the whole reason I believe that I'm supposed to have this channel is because as I figure out why, I kind of explain why, and maybe, I don't know if it's easier to understand, or if it's more authentic, or if it seems like it's more homegrown, or if it's more, you know, down to earth. I don't know. I don't know. But I think you can go back and tell that I obviously don't have a clue what I'm talking about, but something's happening. You know, something weird is going on with me, and it has been. And but I think I can start explaining things and talking about things, but I think my main point is I have to talk about my experiences. I think that's what, you know, I think that's what people want. I think they want to hear the story. And so anyway, I don't know how I got off of metaphysics and whatever, but, you know, I love y'all. I got to get out of here. I don't even know what time. Oh, my phone's right there. So anyway, deuces.